Let's play.
Okay, so we're going to be playing some Limbo. This is Burnie Burns,
And Myles Luna.
the person who sounds and looks just like me. Do you
I
think we
don't know
sound
what you're
alike,
talking about.
Myles?
What?
Everyone tells us that we look alike. Do you think we sound alike too?
No. I've gotten Carrie and I sound a lot alike, which doesn't help when we're doing we did an interview for Ruby that was audio only, and my parents couldn't tell us apart. And I've also sometimes I sound like Michael. That I don't hear at all.
Wow, I don't hear that either. We're going to play Limbo.
Yeah.
By Playdead. I didn't even know that's the name of the studio that made this, but this is a great game. Why don't you go ahead and hit start? I'm going to let you drive.
All right.
Start a new game.
Start new?
Oh, no. You didn't even ask me if you could overwrite that. You were just like, YOLO.
I'm just going, man. I'm just going.
Have you played Limbo before?
I've played some of Limbo before. I have not played all of it.
Okay, I thought Limbo would be a great game for us to play because we're probably going to be talking a lot about writing. Since I was the head writer on Red vs. Blue for 10 straight seasons, and now you are the head writer on both Red vs. Blue Season 11. Wake up, little dude. Come on. There you go. Hey, little fella.
What's up, sleepyhead?
This is fireflies. Come on. Is that dust or fireflies?
I don't know. This is just a pretty game. For a game that lacks all color, this game's beautiful.
Well, yeah, this is a great aesthetic game. It seems like a lot of the really big hits on Xbox Live Arcade, PSN, all the downloadable platforms, art direction is the main thing.
Yeah.
And this game has great art direction. I wonder if it ever started as a game that was like all full color and everything else, or if it just lived like this.
I don't know.
So you have played a little bit of this.
A little bit, yeah.
All right, I'm curious to see, because there's an achievement in this game, and I have it. It's the achievement to finish the game and only die 5 times.
Right.
Yeah, it was hard.
All right, buttons.
And
That's
it's basically when you get towards the end, it's like just impossible.
Oh,
we may get all the way through this game. We might not. I think it's like about a 45 hour and a half long playthrough. So we'll see.
Okay.
But I thought it would be a good choice because there's not a lot of dialogue in it, but it does tell a really compelling story. And so from a writing perspective, that's interesting to me to be able to tell and build a world without using any dialogue at all. Nice. Look at you. You look cruising along here.
Oh, okay. Well, let's not jinx it. All right. That was one thing that I liked a lot about the first Portal game. Is you really, and a lot about Valve games in general, is that they tell a lot of the story without telling it to you. It's what you like in Left 4 Dead. There's never nobody says, "Oh, this is what happened. There was the outbreak, and then zombies attacked, and yada yada yada." You just kind of look at it, look at the CETA posters hanging around. You can see how the infrastructure fell apart and all this stuff. And same thing with Portal is you just know that something's wrong until you reach the end, and then you see what's wrong with it.
I think a lot of Valve games, and Left 4 Dead in particular, have a kind of an intentional designed ambiguity where they leave things open so that you can interpret them.
Yeah.
And I think Limbo here is a game like that, since you're essentially in this dream world where you're going to rescue either your girlfriend or your sister. It's not really all that clear. But I played Journey with Ray. That one's way more interpretive. In this one, they introduce characters, they introduce enemies, that they show them to you, and then they go through and raise the stakes. So they establish things very clearly in a narrative sense, and then pay them off as well. I think really well. And we'll get to some of that stuff in a minute. Let's see if you can remember some of this. Yeah.
I remember that the first time I did this, I didn't expect it to be like a scary or startling game at all. That made me scream. Okay.
The bear traps. These are bear traps here, and they snap you.
Oh. Okay.
And even
Leap of Kingdoms.
This is one of those things where even if you know what you're doing, some of these jumps are still really, really hard to make.
I remember you.
That is.
Oh God. I'm so afraid. He's such a fragile child. Okay. I think.
Is he a kid?
I think he's a kid. Look at him. He's got a huge head. He's like that's what I thought made this game so creepy. Is that you're this.
Is that how you
boy.
define kids as huge heads?
Yeah,
I had a big head as a kid. Look at that.
Look at that.
You can make pro maneuvers here. Right?
It's really like child Bear Grylls. He's good.
Child Bear Grylls.
I once heard a story of a man.
He's Grylls Jr. So,
Grylls.
Myles, how did you get your start in writing? Because you went all the way from working as an intern. You originally were cataloging, if I recall correctly, footage for...
I remember this shit! Sorry.
No problem. Footage for Red vs. Blue, right? Some of the hard drives.
Before that, no, I didn't do a lot of cataloging of like film and stuff, I cataloged the props and costumes in the studio for the first 2 weeks that I was there. Brandon told me, yeah, we really need to organize it. We just need the whole thing. We need some structure. I was like, oh, okay, and I did like an Excel sheet and all this shit, and that never got used for anything.
Really?
Yeah, no, it never got used, but it was the first thing I did.
Well, plus you got to pull that thing out.
Yeah.
Plus it gets to the point where we do it, and then as soon as it's done, everything gets moved around anyway.
Yeah.
Like right now, we just finished RTX 2013, and the studio's like empty because we moved the podcast set out even for the convention hall. Mm-hmm. Where you going? That was it.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't believe in his leaps.
Gotta have faith, man.
Okay.
Believe in yourself.
Oh yeah, there you go. Okay, so first I cataloged and did inventory of all the props and stuff. I painted the green screen like a million times, and then I remember doing. Oh, okay, come on.
And you were hired by Brandon because we know you. Brandon was the station manager of TSTV, which is the University of Texas student-run television station.
Yes.
And Matt and I were there in the early days of TSTV. And we met Brandon through there, and then you kind of came along because Brandon was suggesting that we hire you or use you for stuff.
Yeah, I'd started. That's right. I forgot. Before I wasn't even an intern, I was a production assistant on the Doom immersion.
Right.
A few other shorts. And I think the first time I ever saw the Congress office, I came in to help edit the blooper reel for Archie Shorts Volume 1. And I remember Gavin in like the note short, the note sketch.
Yeah, the messages.
The messages for like Gus or Jeff or whoever. I remember at the end of the day, Brandon was like, "Myles, you did really good work today. I definitely think. Oh, please make it child.
You got this.
I definitely think you did some good stuff. You know, I'm gonna take you out. I want to take you out for dinner." I was like, "Oh man, thank you so much." And then we proceeded to round the corner and go into Bikinis,
nice.
The classiest joint around. And he watched the Texans game.
It's exactly what it sounds like, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is like the first introduction of the first enemy, which is this huge, enormous spider, and it sticks with you for a while.
Hello.
And it's funny because here you, like, without any dialogue or anything like that, they start to establish the rules of the spider. Like, even as you get close to him a little bit there, you'll see, like, he'll raise up. There you go. And that's when he's going to try to attack you.
Cut it out.
So it's like a lot of this game can be kind of trial and error, like just letting the game show you what it wants to show you, and then using that against the game. Essentially, it's a really great way to establish premise, establish character. I love this game.
A lot of experimentation. I heard a noise.
That's
my
the
thing?
bear trap.
Yeah.
But the the way that they do it is, this game doesn't need to be localized for any other regions. It's an international game. Nice move. International game without needing to have any subtitles, needing to have any dubbed dialogue or anything like that.
I think a lot of like really fantastic stories have been done without the use of dialogue. Like the first few minutes of Wall-E, I think was the best part of the movie, and there's I think maybe 3 words, and most of them are Wall-E's name.
Yeah, when he's out like on Earth by himself.
Yeah, he's just hanging out. Like I love stories that can be told with very little dialogue and just really. Oh God, no! Really, that's the most depressing thing. Just expressive characters and actions and the way characters move, which we're trying to do for Ruby is give like certain characters move very differently from the majority of the characters.
Yeah, so like I said earlier, you're also one of the head writers for Ruby as well. So you're doing a lot of heavy lifting in the writing department for
pressure.
Rooster Teeth these days.
Yeah, I guess so. It's scary when you put it that way.
No, yeah. I mean, it's for RVB, I'm helping you with some of the overalls like storyline, making sure that we end up in the right places. But
yeah.
I mean, just pausing here because I'm gonna watch that.
I'm so scared.
It's okay. You got this, dude. You got it.
Thank you.
Once he raises up, then you can go back.
Come on, do it.
Yeah, you gotta pull it back just a little bit.
Here we go.
You gotta push it forward, and then pull it back when he goes up. There he goes. Yeah, but you first started writing for RVB in season 10. And
yes.
You were writing some of the heavier scenes. Like you wrote the. Ooh, watch out!
Oh, damn it again!
You weren't set. Your bear trap wasn't reset.
Oh,
That's okay. It happens to all of us.
Okay, so that means I can only die 3 more times, right?
Oh, you're not getting this achievement.
Nah, come on.
Well, plus,
fine.
I already have the achievement.
Oh, well.
You're logged in as me, so you're kind of doomed.
That was my first mistake.
Yeah, but you wrote some of the heavier stuff in season 10, like the Carolina and York backstory, which everyone really loved.
Yeah, that was really cool. I wasn't sure if people were going to go for that or not, and then apparently they did.
But it was actually the thing that most impressed me was the way you were able to capture the voice of the original characters.
Oh yeah,
from the Blood Gulch characters. Like, not many people have the ability to do that. In fact, even the original voice actors, it took them a few years to develop the characters to the point where they are now.
Yeah, I was going back and watching season 1 Sarge. He's so different. Come here, you piece of. Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me.
Go up.
Please don't kill me.
Push it forward, then when it goes up, then drag it back. There you go.
Oh no, I didn't drag it back. I didn't drag it back. Okay, I got this. Yeah, the first stuff I wrote, I think that made you guys trust me. I suppose with the yeah, go away, gross bug.
Arachnid.
That made you. Oh, that's right. I guess made you guys trust me with the characters was the PSA. While we were still in Reach, where there's a will, there's a wall, which was just total luck. One day we realized we needed to do this PSA for Waypoint, and I guess everybody was just super busy. So I threw my hat in, like, I'm not doing anything. Can I try? And everyone was like, yeah, sure. And, oh, no, I remember. Okay, no, this is supposed to happen. Okay.
Jump.
Oh, okay. No, he can't.
Nope.
Oh.
It's all over for you.
Oh, no, don't do this to me. Yeah, and I wrote the first one, and everybody was like, okay, cool. Do that again. And I wrote the second one, and then I wrote the third one, and then season 10 came along. People were like, you want to write some stuff and junk? I was like, yeah, okay.
This is so creepy, by the way.
Yeah, this was like,
Are spiders universally creepy? Like, do all cultures consider spiders to be just nasty?
I heard on the internet, so this has so much validity to it. But that it's something in like just man's instincts. They don't like things that scurry or have multiple legs. Like, it's just like in our DNA or something that we just don't like it.
Really, you gotta wiggle out here.
Oh, right. So people always say, if we've learned from like generations and generations of experience and have evolved to be afraid of these things, it's like what were cavemen dealing with back in the day. I don't know.
They must have been pissed off the entire time. That's why they developed clubs and fire and all that other stuff.
And like
there's tough
brontosaurus burgers and the drive-in. They were really ahead of their time.
Now, it's important to realize that the cavemen didn't exist at the same time as dinosaurs, right?
Whoa,
You're not going to make that.
2 more lives.
Yeah, you got this. Don't worry about it. You got this. You're gonna make the next 15 minutes of this game on 2 lives.
No, it's weird. It's weird that a bunch of like the dinosaurs. Let's say you watch Jurassic Park and stuff. A bunch of those fucking 1 more life.
No, you got it. You're fine.
A bunch of those dinosaurs didn't exist at the same period of time. There was the Jurassic era.
Oh man, it sounds like the podcast. We always talk about ridiculous facts on the podcast. The craziest one to me is that the amount of time between Cleopatra and the construction of the pyramids is equal to the amount of time between our current age and Cleopatra.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's how far apart.
What?
Yeah.
History, guys.
Well, it's just one of those things. Jump.
I did. I pressed A.
You got to do it sooner, man.
I got the broken controller.
That's get out of here. So, okay, now the pressure's off. You don't have to get the achievement.
That's what it was. It was just the pressure that was
It's tough. It is tough.
Now I'll be fine. I won't die again.
But and with Ruby, the way the writing process works is that, and correct me if I'm wrong here, that Monty has ideas for the story, and he had you guys do like a ton of homework for anime. Like, he had you guys watching projects. Mm-hmm. Had you watched any anime before working on Ruby?
I didn't watch a ton of anime until college. I had a buddy named Billy that lived with me for a few years, and I'm dead. And he got me into anime. I mean, I guess I watched Dragon Ball Z, but that doesn't really count. I watched Cowboy Bebop.
Okay. Don't go too far forward. There you go.
Yeah. Cowboy Bebop was the show that got me into anime. It's blues, it's jazz, it's everything I think is really, really cool. And then after that, I watched Fooly Cooly, which is really strange 6-episode miniseries that's like aliens and robots, and it's all about puberty and it's strange. And from there I just kept going on and on. Beck, Mongolian Chop Squad, Full Metal Alchemist, Samurai Champloo. There's a bunch. But yeah, it wasn't really until college, and then Ruby, where I started watching Gurren Lagann and Fuck You Spider.
Yeah, Monty wanted to make sure that you guys were well versed in anime when you started the story, and then you and Carrie just essentially just dove in.
Yeah, we have a bunch of similarities in like our humor and stuff. Like we were both huge fans of Avatar: The Last. That's not creepy.
Watch out!
Oh, you scared me. Avatar: The Last Airbender. God damn it!
It's funny to know what's coming.
It's the worst. It's like
So you gotta run and jump again, I think. That's the way it works.
Chicka-cha!
There you go. The chicken-cha really helped.
Yeah, that's
like a mantra.
There we go. Yeah, I think it's funny, when we showed it at RTX, I think people were really surprised by how much comedy was in it. Which, obviously, it's hard to tell from the trailers, because the trailers were... Monty calls them, they were so shallow. We couldn't show very much in a short amount of time. And people always love action, so they were full of action. But in reality, the show is a lot of comedy with, a good amount of action.
Nice move.
Thank you. But,
well, I think people were bound to have... You say they were surprised by the amount of comedy. I think they were going to be surprised by anything. I think that got you. Oh, I think it definitely got you. That's like the Mortal Kombat finishing move.
You know, one other thing real quick, because they stick to silhouettes, these deaths are so much more gruesome in your head because you don't see like all the horrible details. Like your imagination does so much.
You know, that's a big part of writing, I think, is like, when we started to show the faces of some of the characters for Red versus Blue, the audience was asking, well, who are you going to show next? And like once you show one of them, the audience were like, no, okay, now show Wash next and show this person and show that person. And I always wanted to make sure that people understood we would never show the faces, or we had no plans at least, to show the faces of the Blood Gulch characters. I've learned over 11 years never to say the word never. We're never going to do this, or we're never going to do that, because, things may change and you might want to end up doing it. But yeah, those characters were so ingrained in the audience's mind that whatever was in everyone's head was better than what I felt we could come up with.
Yeah, I love that part. The fake spider thing, I think that's super neat.
See, and it's the first introduction of another human.
Yeah.
And obviously, you get this feeling of these humans have been here a while, they've fought the spider, they've also fought other people.
Yeah.
And they've established some kind of existence in this very hostile world.
Yeah.
And they have defense mechanisms based on, flaming tires and things like that.
And the giant spider to drive away, like, people like me.
It does make me laugh a little bit, though. It's like, as you approach them... I think you jumped that bad boy. As you approach them... It's like, they're like, oh, shit, yeah, that's all we got. We just got the tire. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Bail.
It's like, well, there was defense plan B. They're failing miserably.
They didn't expect Bear Grylls Jr.
No, they didn't. But when we first started Red versus Blue, I mean, the writing challenge for us was tough. I mean, we were trying to tell a story, and we had 8 characters who all looked exactly the same. I'm going to see if you can remember how to do this.
I remember frustration.
Just so you have to figure it out. Okay. So, yeah, you got to.
Nope.
So the pattern is you go forward, then you got to go backwards.
Okay. Oh, okay, yeah.
But you got to set them both off.
All right. And then you go. Nope.
Got to go backwards a little faster. Not so much so that the bear trap catches you in the face.
Well,
There you go. There we go.
Oh shit.
And I think if I recall correctly, like you just can't keep going backwards because that one will fly off the rope. And
that's right. No, that's right.
So
I go forward. Yes.
Look at you.
Look at me after dying a few times.
Hey, look, it's trial and error. Sometimes you got to die a few times to make a few omelets.
Just like the real world. Yeah, no. There we go.
There's even creepy stuff like they hung that dude in the background. That's,
Or maybe he hung himself because he hates living here.
Oh, that could be.
It's dark, man.
You want to get attacked by a spider?
All right, let's see. That was one thing that always got me in like horror movies in general is whenever like they. Oh Jesus! No! Was whenever they would stumble across like people that just couldn't take it and they just off themselves. Like in 28 Days Later, spoilers. You should have seen the movie by now. When Jim finds his parents.
Yeah.
That was like that's such a. Oh no! Oh, I don't remember what I do.
Oh, you wait.
Oh yeah. Come get me, dick.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, better make it. Oh, you got it. Yeah, no, it's always a thing like the wear down that happens in any kind of environment. And I think people can relate to that. Like, it's, could you survive just facing grim odds?
Yeah. Zombie apocalypse, if it's like the slow zombies, maybe. Fast zombies, I'm boned, dude. I'm not gonna, oh, shit.
Is a fast zombie apocalypse really a zombie apocalypse, though? Or is it just like...
I guess it all determines on what you consider to be a zombie. If like zombie is like because in 20 Days Later it was the infected. It was
people always get so anal about that. It's still zombies.
I feel like someone that was once human and then turned into this thing that still looks like a human but totally isn't is very like that's pretty close to zombie.
There are people who say the same thing about Left 4 Dead. They will scream at you to the end time they're not zombies, they're infected. But listen, it's people just associate zombies as being like the thing that rises from the dead or whatever. That's really not the monster that George Romero created. I mean, zombies already existed in culture with voodoo and things like that.
Yeah.
What he created is the overwhelming odds of everyone in the world turning against you. That's really the monster that he created. And like what that means and the social implications of like being surrounded by the enemy at all points in time, and that at any point in time you can die and become one of the enemies.
Yeah. Come here.
There we go. Good move. And you want to grab that. This is so gross.
Come here. Don't be a dick. Give me your arm.
Don't be a dick.
Come on!
Gotta hold it down, dude. There you go.
Oh, I forgot about this. Oh, it's so gross.
It's like, but I think everyone can relate to that too, because like as kids, like everybody either did it themselves or had a creepy friend who did it, where they pulled like legs off spiders and stuff like that.
That's like serial killer behavior. That's creepy as hell.
Yeah, and it's like just an enormous daddy long legs essentially, which I also love because everyone tells you that daddy long legs are the most dangerous spiders in the world.
They just don't have a big enough mouth or whatever.
Wait, it's the horse shit.
Yeah.
I totally don't believe that at all.
I had a horrifying incident with daddy long legs when I was in the Boy Scouts.
You gotta hear this.
I was at I went to summer camp. And like the park ranger, whatever, we were just doing like, because it was like my first year. It was like first year Boy Scout activities. Learn how to tie a knot. Learn how to do this. Learn how to crap in the woods. And the guy was telling us about daddy long legs, and he was like, "Okay, everybody get up from the picnic table. We're gonna go over and look at this really tall tree." And we look at the tree. He goes, "Oh, you see that big clump of moss up there?" And we're like, "Yeah, it's moss, nature." And he kicks the tree, and a big clump of moss falls to the ground. And it wasn't moss. It was just this huge cluster of daddy long legs, and they were disgusting, but the guy just picks them up and then just throws them down on the picnic table where we went back to sit, and I remember them crawling everywhere. I don't do swarms of things, man. Like something about it is just really
I feel like somebody
disgusting.
Take away that guy's license. I think you jump on this thing.
Oh shit. Oh, that wasn't very high at all. Okay.
Yeah, you got to jump up and down and like knock that thing down.
Okay. I can do that.
Yeah, this is one of the bad things about Limbo is you end up kind of retracing steps just kind of by screwing up a puzzle a little bit.
Yeah.
And a lot of times it's like you got to like there's later on with like water levels and stuff. There you go.
Yeah, I remember.
And it's like you mess it up, then you're like, I got to go through all the. You know how to do it right. You just kind of screw up the performance.
Yeah,
yeah. There's like some timing issues and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, but what was it like? Okay, you guys are starting Ruby, so you're starting from scratch. When we did Red vs. Blue, I had characters that all looked the same. They were just slightly different colors.
Mm-hmm.
And so I intentionally had to write really, really strong characters that people could immediately identify, like really big archetypes. Like Sarge and Lazy Griff and Nerdy Kiss-Ass Simmons. I mean, they were the characters themselves.
Wow. Oh, I remember this. This was super cool.
See, it's another thing here. It's like the game will force you to stop and wait for events. And it does that as a way of introducing things. I think it's just a great way that they set up this game. There's like introduction, raise the stakes, and then some kind of like finale payoff for almost every element in the game.
Yeah.
I just think it's a really great way they went about it.
These worm things were the creepiest thing I got to. And
they're pretty cool.
Yeah.
But here they established there's a dude with a worm in his head. He obviously either wants to kill himself because the worm is in his head or something else is going on.
I remember things and junk.
See what you got here.
All right.
Yep.
That's yeah. Okay. All right.
See if you can remember what to do here.
Oh.
Except you're going the wrong way.
Okay. Oh. Is there a helpful dead man?
There's a helpful dead man.
Thank you, kind sir, for your sacrifice.
Let me grab you by the head.
Just
drag you up.
There's no elegance in this. This is survival.
Yeah, this guy is like immediately thrown in this environment, and he's like, "Yeah, I can do this."
Just saying.
But so in a lot of ways, the early writing for Red vs. Blue, that I talked about this with Monty a lot after the fact. There's one of your worms. I don't think it's going to grab you or not. Nope. Was that the limitations of a closed world? When we're writing for Halo, I would look at everything and I'd say, okay, I can't do anything beyond this. Mm-hmm. I have to use one of these guys I have to use a vehicle.
Couldn't remember if that was.
Trial and error.
Yeah, the next one switched. That's right.
You know, how do I make a warthog funny? How do I make a pistol funny? How do I make a skull funny? These are the things that I have, and these are the only things that I have. So it's like that limitation then in a way helped as a writing exercise figure out what we're going to do. And when you've got an open world like Ruby where you can literally do anything and anything can be animated, I think in a lot of ways it's a bigger challenge. The removal of limitations. Wow, that looks utterly painful. I would not want to die by being squished. I don't want to die a lot of ways, but being squished.
At least it was a fast squish, not like a slow.
No, jeez, man.
No. That's not me. That was the Real Adventures of Johnny Quest. There's an episode where they go to a haunted house, and it's like Bruce Banner and like the Quest team are all out doing this thing, and then they brought like interns with them, like some intern scientists. They get trapped in a room, and Bruce is like, "You gotta get out of the room." "Oh, we can't." And then the walls are slowly closing in. Door closes, cuts away, goes to commercial break. And then when they come back to it, they're like, "Are they okay?" And Bruce just looks in and grimaces and goes, "You kids don't want to go in there."
Whoa.
That was a kid's show.
Wow.
That was a freaking kid's show.
Well, that was
anyway.
They got a squish scene in Star Wars and in Indiana Jones.
Wait, what was in Star Wars?
The trash compactor.
But nobody got squished in there.
But they're
right?
gonna get squished.
They were gonna, but they didn't. Yeah. Those interns were boned. They were like, "Yeah, we're gonna go with the Dr. Quest and get some sweet college hours."
Push it.
They didn't make it.
This is one of those things where if you get it just a little bit, no, you got it.
Oh,
you
yeah?
go up top and then drag it down.
Go up top. Oh, yeah.
Go up,
okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
And then you got to run down and jump on this thing.
Things. Okay.
Yeah, but so what was it like? Go up, climb.
Oh. I'm like, go down. Oh, okay, if he says so.
So what was the early days of Ruby like? Did you guys start off with all the characters? Did you start with a premise? Did you start with a basic character?
Man, dude, I think we started with Ruby. We started with
Makes
Badass
sense.
Red Riding Hood. She has a sniper scythe. These weapons exist in this world, and it's like future / fairy tale. Like, it's just going to be a hybrid of a bunch of stuff, a bunch of different types of universes. And Monty said, "This is the idea. We have these 3 other girls. There's some loose inspiration from not just fairy tales, but legends in general."
Get there.
Is this? I'm doing things.
No, you got to jump and grab the other.
Okay. Oh shit.
So you want to bring that one rope. This is one of the things I'm talking about. You have to just kind of repeat until you get it right. The timing.
So
right?
that's not going anywhere.
You want to bring
right?
the rope down as far as possible, then run down and grab it.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
And then hang on it as long as you can to raise that one weight, and then you jump on the other rope and raise the second weight.
This kid has got some forearm strength.
Dude, you're not kidding, man. He climbs a lot of ropes. But, okay, and so the first thing I remember with Ruby was we were actually in the middle of producing Season 10.
Yep.
And all of a sudden, Monty one day had something totally different up on his screen, and it was a nice move. The first thing that I remember seeing for Ruby was the scythe, Ruby's scythe in particular. And he was starting off with her weapons.
Oh, come on. Oh, nope. God damn it.
I know, I was going to repeat. And so I remember starting with that. So you guys started from the writing team. You started with Ruby. And who else did you have?
We had Ruby, and then he had the ideas for Weiss, Blake, and Yang. We weren't sure. I think he knew Yang and Weiss. We were trying to figure out who, I guess, would be the inspiration for Blake. And that was what we had. He had an idea for... Oh, no. He also had an idea for a villain.
Right, which we haven't talked about yet.
We have not talked about, and probably won't for a little while.
Probably won't reveal it in this video. How about that?
Yeah.
Go now. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So we had that, and then just a few. We didn't want to do magic. We didn't want people to just have magic. We had this stuff that they kind of used to perform magic-like things, which we ended up making dust. These crystals.
You guys were very much into world building very early on.
Yes. I remember having to go the opposite direction of things.
You go put in the sun and then it burns it out.
Hey, man, did you play this recently?
No, man, I just remember because getting that achievement, I ran through this thing a couple different times. And it's like particularly the hard parts that I remember are parts where I died and then had to rage quit.
Eat
and
it,
then
eat it.
Now you gotta get higher.
Okay.
Jump it.
Oh,
So when you get in the sun, then push it back, let it push, and then when you get underneath them, jump on top of it.
There you go.
Because these little guys eat the worms.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
And, so, like, let's go back, compare starting out with Ruby to starting out with Red versus Blue.
Okay.
So world building was not a huge requirement in Red versus Blue because we were more into anti-world building. I was specifically trying to make it not Halo. So, there's a couple times where we mentioned the outside world, but it couldn't be about that because I didn't want to have it be not Halo and seem like we were trying to like, be our own space, fighting game or something like that. Mm-hmm. It had to be more about the relationships of the characters individually. So instead of going outward with the world, I kept going in. And I would only, in very ambiguous ways, talk about the bigger world, like command, and use very generic terms for things like that. Mm-hmm. But you guys were doing, really big stuff from day one. Scare him that way if you can. Jump down and scare him. You don't have to actually scare him. He can't hear you.
I like to give 110%.
And so I know you're still getting into some of the world stuff on Ruby. I mean, we haven't even debuted episode 1 yet. And this will be out, a week or two before you guys have episode 1 of Ruby out. But you guys have spent a lot of time like building out this enormous world.
Yeah, it was me, Carrie, and Monty, and a lot of after-hours talks, either at Carrie's apartment, at IHOP, in the studio. And it was just, I remember the first time, because it was Monty and Carrie's thing. It was Monty's thing, then Monty came to Carrie, and Carrie was like, yes, that is something I want to be a part of. And then I guess they were like, we should probably get another writer. Myles isn't screwing up season 10 too badly, so let's go talk to him. And, that was a mistake. I think I realized what I need to do.
There needs to be an academy to teach video game characters how to fucking swim.
Really? There really needs to.
That's a common device in a lot of video game writing. Oh, the guy just can't swim.
Real quick, side tangent. The explanation for that in Infamous is great. You're a dude that conducts electricity. You cannot go in water. There you go. It made so much sense.
Totally makes sense.
Anyways, so yeah, Monty and Carrie came to me, and then it was the first thing I wanted to do, because they had the ideas for characters and stuff. But yeah, the big thing for me is like I want to understand the universe. The thing I love most about Portal isn't anything that you see in the game. It's the atmosphere. It's wanting to see what's outside of the walls of Aperture Science Center. What is the world like? What are the rules? What can and can't happen?
Nice move.
We went as far as to start talking about religion in Ruby. And that's something we aren't going to go into for a while, man.
And I can tell you, when we'd have meetings and you guys would talk about big story stuff, I remember, without trying to be like a dud or a killjoy, I was always trying to like make these false limitations for you. Monty and I talked about it a lot because Monty's imagination is off the charts.
Right.
And so he will talk about that paralysis that comes with opportunity.
Yep.
Where if you can do anything, you tend to want to try to do everything. And you can't do that. You got to have some kind of focus and some kind of scope. And you guys would we'd have conversation, and you guys would start like, okay, well, this character, okay, we're talking about him for a second. He doesn't show up till season 3. I'm like, whoa. Season 3? I'm like, we gotta, let's talk about season 1. And then the scope of this thing was just absolutely enormous. I think you should push it underneath the hatch.
I remember hating this room. This was the first puzzle that stumped me for a long time.
You push it underneath the hatch, then you pull the crutch.
That's right. Wait, I gotta open up this thing.
I think you can't open it.
I think you can, because that's what you gotta. Come here.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah.
I think you have enough time to open it after you kill the valve, though. Turn the crutch.
Be prepared.
Yeah, it does look like it.
Oh, no! Come on, kid!
Oh, you almost got it. You almost got it.
All right, come here.
So the kid in Limbo can hold his breath for about 2.5 seconds.
He has tiny baby lungs. What do you expect?
He's like, screaming, and he inhales water.
Yeah, so, yeah, I think it was great that Monty had this color rule, because it really did make us, that was the first rule, which was, okay, don't even worry about all these crazy possibilities. These are what the names are. And I remember once talking to Marshall on, oh man, okay, remember, yeah, okay.
And while he's doing this, so those of you who don't know, Marshall is a guy that used to work for us, directed a lot of our Archie Shorts videos, and I think season 3, and he actually has... he wrote and directed the video that has the highest view count of any Rooster video on YouTube, which is our Angry Birds trailer.
Yeah. Now he does If Dating Was Like, which is he does a few live action series, but If Dating Was Like is like Reddit, CNN, stuff like that. I think it's really funny.
Yeah, he's launched a couple different series over the years, and he like says If Dating Was Like, and it's like different types of sites. Like this first one I think was If Dating Was Like Kickstarter.
Yeah. That's the first one I remember.
So what did he have to do with the early stages of Ruby?
I'm gonna jump. Should I jump?
Yeah, I think you slide down.
Oh,
You're
slide
good.
down? Okay. All right. Yeah.
And then jump. There you go.
I just remember him telling me, because he and
I think
Chris
a balloon
did...
comes up here or something like that.
Ooh, that sounds... Oh, yeah. I remember he and Chris did a lot of writing for the shorts and stuff, and I asked him, how do you guys come up with all these things? And what he said was, well, what we'll do is we'll give ourselves, like, not necessarily homework, but we'll give each other
Push it.
Go. Oh, use your baby children lungs. Oh no, he's boned. No,
I forget how that works exactly. Maybe it's just maybe as it fills up, it pushes it inside.
Maybe.
So he and Chris would do what now?
So he and Chris would give themselves, so that they'd say, okay, we're gonna write a sketch. It's gonna be 5 minutes long, and it needs to involve a dog, this phrase, and someone like with this occupation, and they would do it just for practice. Giving yourselves little problem-solving exercises, and then that would, I guess, sometimes that would turn into... I'm gonna climb.
Go for it.
That would turn into shorts, or maybe like you would get one thing from that little problem-solving thing that they did together, and it would give them ideas for something else. I did something wrong.
Yeah, I forget how this one works. There should be enough time to push it over.
I'll tell you how it works. It ends with me drowning
You're
in
about to
2
drown.
seconds. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at my arms. Like, come to
Hold
me.
your breath, little buddy.
Come on.
Let's see here. He's underwater.
One. Oh, okay. One,
two.
two.
Yeah, two.
Oh.
Not impressive, dude.
Nah, dude.
We should go to work on that. 2 seconds.
Do you think Bear Grylls can swim? Like the real one?
He can probably swim for longer than 2 seconds.
Okay, I'd hope so. So yeah, that was like giving yourself constraints, like things that you have to work around.
Catch it when it pops up. I think that's the thing. Be ready to close it.
Yeah.
Open it a little more, maybe. There, catch it. There you
Oh!
go. And now push it down the hill.
Yeah, get out of here.
And then run.
Buoyant / heavy thing that I gotta push.
Go away, buoy. Okay, I'm sorry. So let's continue your discussion about...
Oh yeah, so sometimes it helps to give yourself a problem. Like
No, just limitation. It gives you
limitations.
focus and gives you scope. And so
There you go, focus.
I think that's important. And I think for character, when you're the way I always approach writing characters is you can't have a character unto itself. Like, people will always try to describe a character in the slug lines, the action lines. Like, here comes so and so. He's a greedy dude, or he's spent all of his life.
He's a cop on the edge.
Right, or he spent all of his life as a private detective, and now he's disillusioned. It's like, well, the audience is going to read that. There has to be some way to communicate that to the audience, and we're not going to have a narrator that does that. So I've always approached characters that it's not about the individual characters themselves. It's about the relationships between characters. That's the only way that you can show that.
This was what, whenever Carrie and I knew we were onto something, was when you could take any two characters and put them in a room together, shake the box, and like if something just didn't happen from that, like that's not good. Like a lot of Ruby is just the characters that we came up with. There were two characters in particular that were on not Team Ruby, but the other team that we'll go into in the series. That when Monty told us about them, they each only had one sentence describing, this person is very honorable, this person is very powerful. That was pretty much it. And we had I don't remember what to do here.
Go down and raise the thing again.
Raise the thing?
Down below again.
Down below, down here.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. We got to our first episode involving these two characters, and Carrie and I were like, what are we gonna do with this? So we sat and I remember we got to that point in the script. We were at his apartment. We just had Papa John's, and
plug.
And we were like, screw this.
Pull that lever.
Screw this. Let's play Minecraft for a little bit. Played Minecraft, and then we came back to it, and we were like, okay, what if this one? Oh my God!
Yeah,
I went way higher than I
didn't want to do that.
Okay. We're like, what if shit?
Yeah.
No, you can do it. You can do it.
You really can't do it. He never can do it.
Now we're all the way back here.
So you can't go there. So you got to raise it first. Raise it up.
Okay. But yeah, like we had this scene where we didn't know what was going to happen until we came up with the like personalities for these two characters, and then as soon as we came up with that, we're like, oh, dude, this scene writes itself. It was all just about the characters and how they would act with one another.
And did you guys have that like right away with these characters, where you could just put them in scenarios and it quote unquote writes itself?
Oh, in terms of for comedy, yeah. Like if we need a funny scene, it's like, oh, we just got to put these two in there, and then yep, no, this works great. This is fine.
Does that work for you when you write Red versus Blue as well now?
Yes and no. I like writing for the Reds because to me, one, I think the Reds are. Oh wait, no, you.
I think we're just off here. We're not doing something right. So go back.
Okay.
Pull this thing up.
Okay. Oh, maybe then I have to. Okay, wait. Now I got to go down here again. Probably. That's the one thing we haven't done. I like writing for the Reds because I think they're hilarious and they're absurd, especially Sarge. And it's.
Now hold on a second. Now close it.
Okay. Oh yeah. Now they're equal and stuff.
No, push it up higher, hopefully.
Like it's they have very clear rules. Sarge will probably never say anything complimentary of Griff.
Yes.
And Simmons
probably
will.
not.
Simmons may disagree with Sarge, but inevitably whatever Sarge says goes. So damn it, all the hell!
That was it too.
This is so depressing.
So open that up.
So it was easier for me to wrap my head around.
Wait. Then close it.
Okay.
Wait. No, you gotta open. You gotta put it level out. Maybe you don't have to.
Maybe
the more water over there, the better, right?
It was easier to wrap my head around them than say Caboose, who most people think, oh yeah, you just put Caboose in a scene and it's immediately hilarious. Writing for Caboose is like the hardest thing in the world.
It's not easy. Yeah.
It's not. And most of the time, whatever you write, Joel will change. Joel's great at that. I mean, there was actually one moment in season 11 where I wrote in, Caboose shouts things here. It can seriously be whatever Joel wants it to be. Like, it wasn't super important, and he loved me for that.
What do you do here?
Well, looks like
Try
I'm going
jumping.
down. Cool.
That's not gonna work.
Oh,
yeah,
okay, not
I think you have to grab the box and pull it backwards before. I think there's like a little space when it's swinging.
Oh yeah. I see what you're saying.
Pull that back.
Okay.
And pull it all the way back to the edge.
The one thing I will say is kind of about this game is that sometimes the controls feel a little floaty.
You definitely want to push it back further.
Oh,
because you want to jump off of it and jump into the higher level.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, because it's gonna turn you around and walk you.
Man, that is just a magnet to my brain. Okay, so now
so creepy, whatever this is too. So then jump up and jump again.
Oh,
too soon.
Fuck.
So this is the first time you've had the glowworm in your head, right?
No. We had it earlier, but it wasn't.
It burned out immediately. It's right, because you went and jumped on top of the box.
That's right. Okay, I remember things. And jump.
I'm now getting confused with our run-through with my previous run-throughs.
Come to my brain.
No, but it's great. I mean, it's like those guys have played those characters for so long that, like, writing them is one stage and then the performance is a totally different stage.
Yeah.
And even Shannon, who we consider to be a newer performer in Red vs. Blue, he plays Agent Washington. The guy's been in more than half the season.
Yeah.
And he's like a new character. He's been in now. This is his 6th season in the show. Because he debuted in season 6. Are you going up or can you go down?
Let's go down.
Yeah.
Sit down. Look at you with your brain.
And then I think you can, when you go right here, there's eventually something you get to where you pull something or you start a water flow.
There you go.
And then now hurry and then hurry back.
And then, okay. All right, now. Get on that thing, dude.
So now you're racing time. Keep going. Run.
Run?
You can go faster. The game lets you go faster in one direction, but it doesn't let you, when you have the glowworm in your head, go left, go left, go left, go left, go left. Yeah, keep going. Jump some more. Jump some more.
Jump some more?
No, keep going. You're going the wrong way. Go down.
I'm going the wrong way?
Yeah, jump down.
Okay.
And now jump and get turned around. Jump faster, faster.
Okay.
It's funny when you, I know exactly where to go and trying to explain it, and now run back.
Go!
Race in the water.
Go! Oh, no. No.
Jump.
No, he's not going to make it. Oh, you little child. God!
Okay, it didn't start you too far back.
Okay. There's some mercy in Limbo.
There's some mercy. Even the name, too, is like Limbo. Is he living in Limbo? Is this like some stage of the afterlife? Is he in a dream world?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, some of the basics of the game are up to your interpretation, but the overall story that they've built inside of it, and the mechanics of the world, are so clearly conveyed. You know, I absolutely love it. And even like that ray of sunlight, it's so subtle, the differences in the background. Like, you're in sunlight right now, but you know it's not the same kind.
Yeah.
You know?
It's warmer.
Yeah.
You can feel the warmth. Okay, what am I?
Jump to the right.
All right.
There's going to be a thing that like floats up here in a second.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure if I remember. And then there are some little guys up there to grab the worm off your head.
Yeah. Okay.
I think it'll
Just hanging out.
go down a little bit.
How's your day going, Burnie?
There it is. Okay, there it is right there.
Okay.
So what are your hopes? I mean, you're writing on Season 11 and directing on Season 11 right now for Red vs. Blue. You're writing on Ruby. You're assisting with some of the directing on Ruby as well. Is there a preference that you have? Yeah, you also can't stop moving.
Okay.
What do you prefer? I mean, what are you enjoying the most? You enjoy writing more than directing?
I enjoy writing more than directing because when you're writing, it's just you're in my case, Carrie and Monty and our characters, and whatever we say goes. Directing is a lot of communication between a lot of different moving parts.
Yep.
There's voice acting, there are animators, there's editorial, producers, modelers. There are so many people, and it's tough getting a vision across when it goes through so many hands.
It is very tough.
Directing is way more stressful.
It does become tempting to say, as a director, I'm just going to do everything myself.
Yeah, no, and I had that problem with RVB.
God. This is one of the points where having 5 lives is a nightmare.
That's going to electrocute me, isn't it?
Yeah,
I haven't made it to this part in the game.
You're totally not going to make it.
This is all
the timing
new
of
grounds.
this is... You can sit here for a while and try to get the timing. This will probably be the last place that we try for this game.
A little too soon.
Too soon.
So I guess aspirations. Writing's fun. I mean, if Ruby's successful, I'd love to write more Ruby stuff. It's really neat to do.
Directing is one of those things that's way too late. Directing is one of those things that just seems like it's the top job, and people always just immediately assume they want the top job. Like, I'm going to go work for a company, and I'm eventually going to become the CEO. You know, I'm going to work on a movie set, so I want to be a director. It's not always for everybody, man. And even the definition of what a director is changes from person to person. Like, there are some directors who they will tell you, all I'm there to do is get the best possible performance from the actors. You got to switch that switch off.
The switch. Oh, there's a switch. Look at you.
You got to work your way down.
I worked my way
not
down.
that far down. Maybe slightly less down than that.
Less down. Okay.
But and so directing, and then there's some people who like they put their eye in the viewfinder every shot. You know, those kind of directors.
Balls.
Oh, that's okay.
Anyways, keep going.
You live and you learn. Yeah, so everybody's different, and I always said that when I was directing, I mainly was a director under protest. I was a writer who had to direct under protest, and I think mainly that was what you're talking about, where it's like as a writer, you have a ton of freedom. And there's a feeling that if I don't do this myself, it's not going to look anything like what I intended. But then also, over the years, I've also kind of learned that that's not so bad, you know? I mean, there's a movie that just came out in theaters, World War Z. We've talked about it a lot on the podcast. Very popular book, and the movie's nothing like the book. But I think the writer's probably okay with that, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, he's like... I turned this book over, they bought it, and they're making the movie that they want to make from it.
Yeah.
And people have interpreted some of his comments as being like, well, all it has in common with my book is the name. And I'd say, well, he's criticizing the movie, but no, maybe not necessarily,
Yeah.
Because he even says in his zombie survival guide, he talks about Hollywood movies about zombies and how they're inaccurate, but that will happen. Nice. That was a smooth move. And this is totally new material for you here, right? You've never been in this part of the game?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's an interesting process writing.
Yeah, it's What's up, Church's wife?
What up, Church's wife?
Yeah, it's weird. I mean, there's definitely some things that Carrie and I wrote that they didn't play out exactly the way we imagined, but it's not necessarily bad. You know, it's we have a bunch of talented people. When they can add things to it, it can be really cool.
Well, it's just like you said. When voice actors get into the booth, they can add a lot. Sarge and Caboose always change a lot in the booth, and usually it's for the better. A lot of times, if you have a vision for the way something's going to work, you can kind of get trapped in that too. So roll that bad boy up at the top of the hill and climb up it. There you go.
Okay. What is it?
No, you want to go, like, have it be going down the hill.
Oh, okay. Okay. Let's see. Going down the hill.
There you go.
I'm not entirely sure what I'm doing.
Jump.
Oh. Hey, whoa.
Get ready.
I see a thing.
Figuring stuff out on the fly. There you go. I think you're getting pretty close to the end here.
Are you serious?
Yeah, we might be able to. I think we're about to get into the. Oh no, not quite. I know.
Oh
where you
Jesus, where? What? No, I don't like that. What is this?
You're still in the, like, the glowworm stage.
Oh balls.
Oh, balls.
Okay, come here, buddy. Let's get this over with.
I think you willingly go into it.
Let's just go.
I don't think I'd ever do that. Like, once I saw the glowworm, I would just sit there from a distance, throw rocks at the damn thing. I don't think I could put up with that.
Seeing where we're going. We're going on an adventure. I see some sunlight. Oh, what the? Oh, okay.
So
Sure,
probably
2x4s.
Probably do that first.
Yeah, let's give that a shot.
But do you ever think you'd, I mean, as a writer, since now you've worked on Ruby, and initially those initial ideas came from Monty, and you and Carrie wrote them, and then you worked on Red vs. Blue, where you pick up characters after 10 years of being established in the audience's mind. I mean, is there things that you want to work on of your own?
Yeah, totally. I guess I didn't consider it writing, but I technically started writing in like the 7th grade. I made comics during class because class is boring, and they were just like dumb like comic books about me and my friends and like evil teachers with superpowers, and it was ridiculous. But the whole reason I went to UT was because I knew I wanted to make a cartoon, and I wanted to make a cartoon about these characters that I started writing about in middle school and then did through high school and then even did newspaper comics in college. And I wanted to make a cartoon about these characters, and I knew that UT had a cool film program. I had no idea I didn't know what job I was looking for. I knew I wanted these characters and I had a story to tell, but I didn't know if it was a writer or a director or what. So my plan was, okay, go to college, take a class in just about everything that you think goes into making cartoons. So I took animation, I took screenwriting, I took directing, producing. And then from that I learned, directing's stressful. Yep. Animation takes a lot of patience and a lot of talent and a lot of time. Writing's fun, though. Mm-hmm. If I were to work on something, yeah, I'd love to do that cartoon. And, hell, I don't know. We'll see what happens in the next few years. But yeah, there's always something else I want to work on. There's always... that looks like it'll kill me. Or save me. I don't know. Well, it was save me. It was...
Sort of saves you.
Boom.
Oh,
that was
wow.
not that gruesome.
That was pretty awful. That was pretty awful. Yeah, so this part's pretty hard to figure out. I want to see how you handle this part here.
Okay, this time I'm going to hit the button. Button.
Yeah, I think the saw blade is the first thing that's like in the game that they haven't established previously.
Oh.
So it's on the move.
Okay.
Nice.
Yes.
Good work.
Thanks, buddy.
And then you just like...
Eat my hair. Do it. What?
Could you jump there?
Oh, no.
I guess you could have.
Damn it.
What if there was a way to get higher to the things that want to take the worms out of your head? What if there's a way to do that?
Lord. All right, let's... Come on, there you go, little Limbo dude.
You know what's funny is, like, as we're doing this, our girlfriends are in the other room. They're baking a penis-shaped cake for Barbara's surprise birthday party.
Yeah, it's going to be good.
Tomorrow.
The chocolate... Oh, you...
Little... Wow. At least it faded out before the saw blade tore to pieces.
Yeah. The shaved chocolate for pubes was a great attention to detail.
Yeah, they're artists in there. I can tell you here right now that this is aggravating as hell because once you make the jump once, first time you get it, and then after that it's like, well, you just did it, so you're in luck. I made that jump the first time, and then every other time after that, it's like I couldn't figure out the timing anymore. So you want to go back and jump over it when it comes back.
Okay.
If you can.
This is where I screwed up. Oh God.
Well, now you might be wrong.
It's what do you think is the most aggravating game to watch someone else play that you've beaten? Because I think it's Portal.
Any puzzle game for sure, and Portal 2 is definitely high on the list because you finished it and it took you a while to figure out the puzzles, and then after you figured out the go, they're really easy.
Well,
yeah, it's not good.
Sometimes though, it's like oh, you'll get frustrated watching them screw up. I got frustrated watching a friend of mine play it that was just doing way better than I did.
Oh, really?
It made me feel really dumb. There's one part in there in like the Cave Johnson section where I was stuck forever. Like I had something that I really thought should have worked. I was just missing the goal by like half a foot.
Uh-huh.
I was way off. I was doing something immensely more complicated than necessary. Okay, I'm gonna lean you.
Look at you, smart guy.
Well, smart's a big word. No, it's not.
I love that.
Okay, use your tiny body weight, Limbo Kid. This is it. No, it's not. No, it's not.
Myles, I love your expressive moans.
You gotta get into it. It's like I won't. I'm not one of those people that leans with a racing game. I am one of those people that will hold their breath with the character as long as they're underwater.
Do you really do that?
I don't do it intentionally, but I'll do it like the game that has made me the most physically exhausted.
Your seesawing leaves a lot to be desired, by the way. I just want to point that out.
Is Amnesia: The Dark Descent. Everybody says it's like the scariest game ever. I can't think of another one that has made me more uncomfortable. Okay, here we go. I'm not gonna.
I think you gotta go in the upswing.
Okay.
Here you go. Go.
Okay. Everybody that's beaten this, that's watching this on the computer, is like, this guy fucking sucks.
That's why I'm here to help. Oh, look at you. Look at that. It's like you know exactly what to do.
Yeah, it's like, there's a handle.
And what about Amnesia? So you go underwater in Amnesia?
No. Well, there's a infamous water section, but no.
With the invisible things after you?
Oh my god, that
game is horrifying. Dude.
But no, it was like every time you get to a what is that? That won't kill me. Okay. Every time you get to a loading screen in that game, it would be this. Like my shoulders would sag. I would finally let go. I'd be unintentionally holding my breath whenever the monster was around. It's just that game gets inside your head, and with a lot of horror games, it's really just the sound design, man. And they do like what we were talking about earlier, leaving stuff to the imagination. What they did. Oh, right.
Hit that down arrow button.
Thing?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. What they did, which they made it a game mechanic, is when you get scared in that game, like you have a sanity meter, because I guess whenever you see something scary, your sanity goes down.
Never quite understood that. That's it. You gotta have buy-in on that a sanity meter is a thing.
Yeah, and apparently when you go insane, that just means your vision gets really blurry for a while. But
they asked some insane people and they said, "What's your biggest problem?" The insane people said, "Blurry vision." Also, aliens talking to me all the time.
I need the box. It was blurry vision.
I'm sorry, if you're insane and listening to this video, I really apologize. That was very insensitive. Also, watch out for that alien behind you.
So your vision would get blurry, and then the other thing was, if you got too freaked out, your character might scream, which is a problem when you can't fight in that game, and all you can do is, okay, I gotta do a thing. All you can do is run and hide. If you scream, you give away your position. Nope. Okay.
Put that thing back up.
Go up.
You got a problem that the thing's up already. It can't be up. There you go, right there.
Yeah?
Sort of. Move it up a little bit more further.
Okay.
There you go, right there, right. Oh, we don't have a chance to do that. All right, now do it. See what you're supposed to do yet? Grab it. No.
Oh.
Hit that. So look where there's a handle on something.
Shit. Oh, wait. Okay.
I'm giving you hints here. I'm not going to tell you how to do it.
What do I do with you? Okay, No? Everybody hates me right now.
Yeah, pretty much.
Everybody's facepalming me right now. I'm sorry, Internet.
No, don't worry about it. So why can't you pull it over?
Because it's chains and junk.
Right, so how do you make the chain longer?
Look
Look at that. See? I'm like your spirit guide through all this stuff.
Are you my spirit animal?
Yeah, so let's talk about a little bit about that, about the writing process, how it works in RVB now. So basically, I just asked that you hit certain milestones. Now, I did emphasize that too. I didn't intend to. But they asked you hit certain milestones. Like, I need the characters at X point at the end of the season. I think this character should do this. At some point in the season, this character should do that. But it really was like one or two things.
Yeah.
Right? And then after that, basically, you turn in the scripts, and I mainly just help maybe occasionally with punch-ups. Mm-hmm. And, I mean, you're doing the heavy lifting and the fine-tuning in the series. I mean, you really are head writing season 11 of RVB, and it's the first time in the history of the show that anybody besides me has done that. We've had Gavin direct before.
Right, and he did an awesome job, too. There's a bunch of shots I don't understand what he did. I just realized I'm not trying right now. I was listening to you talk, and I was just having a swing.
Just listening.
Just listening.
You got to go up. So
That was what I was
you're pretty much set up to do it, though.
Oh, wait, there's a... What do you... Oh! Right.
Get ready to move out. Get ready to move.
Evac.
The guitar riff's nice.
Oh, thanks, man.
Did you watch Red vs. Blue before?
Yeah.
You were...
The first episode I ever saw was... I think I went too high. The first episode I ever saw was the Beaver Creek episode with Sergeant Caboose and Kill the Reds, Kill the Reds.
Man, I love finding out where people first watched the series.
And I
didn't found out about Rooster Teeth.
I didn't really understand it. Like, I don't know how old I was, but I remember being like, okay, clearly these are some characters and some overarching story. But that episode in particular, you don't need to know a lot about the story. Like, the joke is, this is what it's like if you're in... Oh, there's a thing. Oh, shit.
I have a feeling you might not make this.
I have a feeling you... Okay, I'm just gonna... Clean slate.
Wow. Wow, that was horrifying.
Like, the joke there is about Xbox Live and multiplayer, so I didn't need to know much about Caboose or Sarge, or I had no idea who the hell Church was when Caboose talked about Church. I don't know where to go from here.
I go up.
I mean, I know the vague direction. Okay, I'm gonna do... Fuck it.
Oh, wow. That's awful.
Alright, spirit animal. What do you suggest?
Well, you're trying to go up. Then
Yep.
high. So you're trying to go higher. So how are you going to get that one higher?
I'm gonna...
You get...
Land on me. No.
In fact, you have to go...
Okay.
Now you're figuring it out.
And take 3.
I will tell you this to save you a little bit of time.
Okay.
It's easier to push the first box under the second box.
That makes...
And you might have to
too much
you might
sense.
have to stagger them a little bit more than what you did.
Go, 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 balls,
Yeah,
balls, balls.
you gotta give yourself a little more time.
Take 4.
So this timing, man, if you're this far into the game with 5 lives. Also stack them in a way that you can actually get on top of both of them.
Oh, right.
Now just get it right under there. Oh, nope.
No, that's good, right? That's maybe
better. I don't know if it's good.
Oh, it's not great. Not great.
Yeah. It's better in the sense that you only lost one leg.
No, that's worse. It's because
wait,
it's
you
now
messed that
bled
up.
out.
You messed
Oh,
that
I
up.
did it backwards. I'm trying to answer questions and save this kid's life.
Yeah, that's part of it. You're not supposed to concentrate on what I'm asking you. You're supposed to play.
Okay, so saw that episode. I didn't watch much more Red vs. Blue after that until I got to college. Met this dude named Corey. Super awesome guy. Really smart. Hi, Corey. He had the whole box set, and I was like, there's a box? There's a box set?
Here, let me just work for you.
All right, do it for me.
All right, go ahead. You talk and I'll play.
So,
swap out.
he gave me the box set, and I borrowed it. I was like, cool, I'll give it a shot. And then I watched the first season, and then immediately watched the second season, and I watched the whole Blood Gulch Chronicles in like 5 days, ignored all my homework. It was terrible and great. And then I thought it was over. Then I found out Reconstruction was coming out not long after that. Watched that, and
handing it back off to you.
Thank you, spirit animal. What kind of spirit animal are you?
I'm an eagle.
Why an eagle?
I did that interview series today, and we answered a bunch of questions where we asked dumb questions, and we got in that mode of answering questions as fast as we can. And somebody weirdly enough asked me that exact same question.
Are you serious?
Today.
What are you as a spirit animal?
I've said an eagle.
Oh, that's a thing.
Jump. I think I gotta sneak up on this dude. So get away from the carrion, or whatever that is. He'll come back down,
cake.
and you gotta sneak.
I'd be like a dog.
This guy's the worst sneaker in the world. He's just like strolling.
He's got swag.
Look at him. Yo. Get ready to jump.
Well,
You have to jump and grab him.
Okay.
Andrew goes up.
Don't mind.
So we're getting
me.
pretty close to the end of the game here.
I can't believe that. Okay.
This is another part of the game where they didn't really establish this dragonfly anywhere else.
What now, buddy? Oh, you're shaking me off. Okay.
Of all the things to do in this game, this would be one of the least likely things that I would do is grab a huge insect's leg and let it drag me up.
Oh my god.
Take the leg for good measure.
Later, dude. Come here.
Later, dude. Sorry I took your leg off.
Thanks, bro.
And these are really puzzly puzzles, so
great.
we can struggle through these, or we can leave these to the imagination of the viewer. I think here at the end.
Okay.
So, any final thoughts about writing and all that?
It's a lot of fun. And
I think
to me, it all comes down to character. Like that, it's all about the
Yeah,
character.
but here's a game we're playing. Here's Limbo, and I think maybe leaving with these final thoughts is like this is a game that's all about world building and no character.
Yes,
There's really not much character for the main guy here, and I think it goes back to what we were talking about earlier, where he doesn't have any relationships. He's just hero. You know what I mean? And this is a game that's all about just the world and exploring that world, and it could be anybody. I mean, you could be an abstract character. You don't even have to be a dude.
And it goes back to the Valve games too, like Gordon Freeman and Shell. They're just these mute people. It's really about the world, the world of Aperture Science, and all the other supporting characters in that game.
Yeah, and then sometimes those characters have relationships with them.
Yeah.
You'll see here. You got to like move this tire across the bottom.
This is great.
Other way.
Nice. Yes.
Push it.
No. Oh.
It will stop at some point, and then it goes back to reset for you.
Oh,
I love to even have the mechanic where it goes back.
All right, let me get out of here.
So, Myles, thoughts on Limbo?
Thoughts on Limbo, dude? Beautiful game, very atmospheric game, and it does a lot with very little, and it's hard.
Are you gonna finish the game after we finish this
Are
discussion?
you kidding me? Yeah, we'll do it.
Go back and do it. I'm gonna see you try to get the 5 lives achievement.
Oh,
That'd be
God,
awesome.
that's baby steps.
Well, Myles, thank you for talking to us today.
Bernie, thank you for talking with me this afternoon.
All right, and if you want Limbo, you guys can get it on. I think it's on Xbox Live, PSN, and even Steam. I think as well for PC.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Ruby does come out July 18th, and Red vs. Blue Season 11 is now running and will run through the end of the summer. So if you guys are enjoying either of those shows by the time you listen to this video, you have Mr. Myles Luna to thank as part of that team.
Yeah. Thanks for watching.